Hey everybody, and welcome to Active Academy, Health at Home, Wellness at Work. Welcome back to the 2020 tune-up. Today we're just going to be doing a quick stretch. Maybe you've been working all day and you need a little break. Maybe you just got back from a good workout and you want to get a good stretch in. Regardless, this stretch will help you get all those kinks out from staring at your computer screen or from the workout you just did and re-energize and get right back to it. So, we're just going to start off by taking your head with one hand and bringing it closer to the shoulder until you just feel a slight stretch in the neck. And you're going to hold that for about 15 seconds. And now you'll switch. Just a nice, easy stretch. Alright. And then you'll just go ahead and roll your head around. You want it to come into the front just a smidge until you feel that slight stretch. Around, and then just a little bit back, not very far at all. And around again, you can switch directions. Just do this for about 15 seconds. Alright, your head and neck should feel nice and loose now. We're going to move on to the shoulders. So go ahead and lift the shoulders up as far as we can to feel that stretch. And hold it and down as far as we can until you feel that stretch. Come back up. And release all that tension as you come down and back up and down again. You can just roll your shoulders. Then nice and loose. It's also great right before going to bed. Just get all your muscles relaxed and stretched out before hitting the hay. Okay, so now we're going to do, just bring your right, I guess this is my right hand, but if you're mirroring me, it's going to be your left. Just bring one arm across the chest, and with the opposite arm, you can press on your elbow until you just feel a slight stretch there. And hold for 15 seconds. And switch. Nice stretch going on. Alright, so then you'll take one hand and come back behind your head. You don't want to let your neck come forward. You want to stand nice and tall and just bring that back. You can go ahead and grab the elbow or the back of the hand. I recommend the elbow. Gives you a little bit more control and it prevents your head from sticking forward. And then go ahead and switch. Should feel that stretch right in here in your tricep muscle. And let them come down. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to do some more work with the arms and hands. So you're going to go ahead and lace your fingers together, just like that, and have your palms facing towards you. And you can bring them forward. So from this angle, just brought forward. You're getting a nice little stretch in. And then go ahead and flip it out. Ooh, yeah. Feel that in my deltoids for sure. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing behind you. So again, clasp your hands, but do it behind you. So, fingers clasped, palms facing towards you, and then stretch back. Ooh, that feels good. And then you can also face them out. This way is a little bit more difficult and not as flexible this way. That's why we work on stretching, so we can become more flexible. Oh yeah, go ahead and release. All right, and then you're gonna go ahead and lace your fingers again and bring them above your head. Stretch up, up, up. Kind of like a ballerina. Not really like a ballerina. I'm not a ballerina or anything of the like. And then go ahead and face the palms out. Should be a nice stretch. Like you got a string coming all the way up. Ooh, and let the hands rain down. Perfect. Okay, now we're just gonna do a quick wrist stretch. So you'll hold one hand out in front of you, and then thumb behind the back of the hand, fingers on the palm, and go ahead and pull your fingers towards yourself. So you should feel a nice stretch through the wrist. And just hold that for about 15 seconds. You can also bring it back just a little bit and side to side if you need to, especially if you've been typing all day. Doing a nice little roll all the way around. You feel pretty good. And then with the other hand again, so out in front of you, thumb behind, palm in front, and stretch. Oh yeah. That hand is tired. And then back towards you. And go to the side. And then just circle the wrist all the way around. Great. Perfect. Okay, so now you're going to do some hip and trunk and back movements. So if you go ahead and stand with your feet shoulder width apart, I'll back up so you can see that they're shoulder width apart. You're going to put one hand on your hip, the other out like a spout. Tip me over and pour me out. Just kidding, we're not doing the teapot song. So just reach that arm over. Feel a nice stretch all the way down here. Oh yeah. Hold for 15. And just switch. You should feel that on this side now. And then you can either get down on the ground to do this one, or you can stay standing. If you've been sitting for a long period of time, standing up might feel better anyways. So basically, you want to make sure that there's a wall or something. You can also just kind of twist on your hips themselves, but I find a wall is better. So, and just go as far as you can. You don't need to go as far as I do. But you'll try and turn your back and place one hand against the wall and then reach so you can do the other one. You want to be fairly close to the wall, that way you're not reaching over and twisting your spine that way. You want to keep it fairly straight. As you twist, get a good, nice stretch in. Oh, bring it back to the front. And switch to the other side. So same, that hand on the wall. Share one out. Just give a nice twist. There's a couple of ways that you can do this on the ground. You can go ahead and stop stretching. It's fine. Okay, so to do it on the ground, you go ahead and you can put both feet out in front of you, bend your leg and reach it across, and then put your opposite arm across the knee and stretch like this. And then you would switch to the other side, or you can do what's called the mermaid. So you can bend your front leg so it's kind of at a 90-degree angle, the other leg so it's also, and then you stretch this way. And this one doesn't get you quite as far as a ways around, but it still stretches your spine out. And you can turn back this way and then switch it around to get a little bit more of a stretch. And back again. So really whichever way you want. And then we'll come back. And the last couple ones that we'll do are our basic quad stretch. So you can steady yourself against the wall and then lift up, one side of like, how do you say this? I'm lifting my right leg and my right hand right now. And then I'm grasping my right ankle with my right hand and pulling back until that stretch is felt. If you can't get it all the way up, that's okay. You can stretch like this, but you want to work until you can get a good stretch. You'll feel it all right in the front of that quad. And then slowly release that down. And then you can turn and do it with the opposite one. And just pull that until you feel that stretch. Perfect. All right, and then really good one to get your whole body involved is reach your hands out and fold forward, touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, that's okay. You can lean forward and touch your knees, or the middle of your calves, or your ankles. Try and touch your toes. Some of you might be so adventurous to put your hands all the way on the ground. That's okay. I know there's probably some dancers out there that can go even further than that. This is the extent of my flexibility. Just feel that stretch. You can hold that as well. And then we'll also do a calf stretch. So you go up to a wall, you say hello, introduce yourself to the wall, then you put your toes up against it, heel down, and you just bring your body closer to the wall. So you're going to feel a stretch back in the calf region. If you have a slanted object that you can put your foot against, that works well too, but if not, just a basic wall will do. You just hold that and then do the same thing with your other foot until that stretch is felt back in the calf muscle. Perfect. Alright, and now we're going to do my very favorite exercise, the favorite exercise of all my little gymnastics girls that I taught for like one summer. You're going to smash your toes on the ground. So you just roll your ankle around your toes. And we always call it smooshing your toes into the ground. And that just helps get your ankle nice and loose. If you're doing this right before bed and you're wanting to fall asleep as you do it, it's kind of like a relaxation exercise or progressive relaxation exercise. You can also do all of these moves in the comfort of your own warm, cozy bed. Alright, so now that you're all stretched out, you should be ready to go back and do some work. Thanks again for joining us for this stretch session. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel or like my Facebook page for more fantastic content every Saturday. See ya.